Okay, before we move on and look at the rubrics for this course, I did want to mention a couple of other things related to your reading presentations. I will send out an email reminder for at least the first 2 weeks of the course asking all of you who wants to sign up to present one of the readings assigned for the following week. So this week, week 1, as part of my welcome announcement for the course, I will ask all of you to email me if you want to present one of the week 2 readings. And that means you will have to post your presentation to the week 2 discussion board by midnight Sunday of week 1. And I'll do the same thing for week 2. I'll send out an email to all of you and say who wants to sign up to present a week 3 reading. And if you do, you email me back and say I want to present this reading from chapter whatever assigned for week 3, and you then post that reading presentation to the week 3 discussion board by midnight Sunday of week 2. So, it's a first come, first served kind of thing. So if you email me and you say, Dr. Murdy, I want to present reading 3 assigned for week 2, and I tell you, well, someone else has already signed up to do reading 3, so I would like you to do reading 4. And if you really don't want to do it, you can let me know, but I would ask for the sake of time and to make sure that all of the readings are covered every week, that you go with what I recommend. If your reading is already taken, if someone else is going to present on it, just go with the reading that's not taken yet, and that way all the readings are covered. They all have presentations posted on the discussion board, and we can all learn from each other. Now that said, I recognize there are 13 students in this course. That means there will be 26 reading presentations, and I believe that there are only about 22 readings in weeks 2 through 6 to present on, if I'm not mistaken. 22 readings between weeks 2 through 6. So some of them will be repeated. About 4 readings will have more than one presentation posted, and that's fine. That's how it will work some weeks, especially weeks 5 and 6, when the number of readings left to present on, or the number of presentations left for students to do, are winding down, and that's fine. But in other weeks, if you tell me you want to present on a reading and I say that's already taken, then choose another reading. So every week I should be getting emails from some of you to say, Dr. Murdy, I'm going to present reading such and such assigned for next week, and I will tell you, yeah, great, go ahead, or no, that's already taken, please choose a different reading, or please do this reading because it hasn't been taken yet. So that's how that works. And again, email me if you have any questions about that. Now let's look at the grading rubrics for this course. This is the rubric for your final presentation in the course. It's 200 points. This is how it's divided up. When you look at these, all that means is it's an ILO means it's an institutional learning outcome. A CLO means it's a course learning outcome. You really don't need to understand the difference. It's just 2 different classifications of learning objectives. So you can see that your final presentation for the course, the instructions are under week 8, and the final presentation needs to include all of these components. And you can look through that on your own. You'll probably want to look through it closer to week 8, which is fine, so I'm not going to go through it all here. But the basic things that this presentation should include, that's what's included in the rubric. Alright, let's look at your discussion board rubric. This is based on the discussion board rubric for Sociology 301, Social Research Design. If you're familiar with that course, you may be familiar with this rubric. So again, I'm not going to go through all this. You can look at it on your own. It's pretty self-explanatory, but you can see what I look for every week when grading your discussion board rubrics, including the deadlines that you met, the Thursday and Sunday deadlines, and also mechanics. So be aware of your writing. Don't do your discussion board posts on your phone. Do it from a computer. Check your writing. It would be best actually to type out your discussion board response in Word first and then copy and paste into the discussion board. And then here is there's only one grading rubric included in there for your final paper. So let me do this. I'm going to go into the folder you don't have access for, and I am going to Gosh, it's not there, is it? I'm going to have to talk to some others, especially at Blackboard, about that. And I will be sure to get the rubric for, let's see, this is your presentation rubric. And you need your final paper rubric in here as well. So I will make sure that that goes into course information here, and I will let you know when it's posted. Again, you don't need to be concerned about that till closer to week 8, but I will make sure it is in there. Okay, here also you have the grading rubric for the student presentations that you're doing every week. Remember I said there are 75 points total. And so you can see how that breaks down here. Again, pretty self-explanatory. I know it looks big, it's just really the format of the rubric. So the main thing is the content, of course, at 35 points, and the organization and presentation is 25 points. Is it easy to read and view and get through? And then there's the length of the presentation. As I said, get as close to 10 slides or 2 to 3 pages as possible. Okay, so take a look at that. All right, now let's take a look at week 1. And most weeks in the course are set up like week 1. Okay, so as it says here, this week we will address the following topics. So under every week you have at the beginning a list of bulleted points for all the topics that you'll cover in the readings and assignments for that week. So you can look at that. Then you have the specific readings, and note a little reminder in italics about the reading presentation. So you see here under week 1 that if you have signed up to present a week 2 reading, you must complete the reading and your presentation on it by midnight Sunday of this week. So that's a reminder, and if you want to do a week 2 reading, you should email me to let me know. Okay, here are the guidelines on reading presentations again. So if you want to refer to it again here after looking at it under course information, you can. And under every week, I have included a set of PowerPoint slides that summarize the entire chapter. So these PowerPoint slides discuss all of the readings included in that chapter. So it's a good summing up, and you can certainly refer to it when you're doing your reading presentations and when you're doing your reading. But of course, I don't want you to copy from it word for word for your reading presentations. So that's in every week, PowerPoint slides on that week's assigned chapters. Also every week within the PowerPoint slides and as a separate item, you have maps to look at. I'm doing this backwards. I'm looking at the maps first. Every week you have some interesting maps to look at that will show you geographically and pictorially, I'm not sure I'm saying that correctly right now. You should be able to look at maps that show you how things have changed, how globalization has changed things in the world. And I find these maps fascinating, and I think they'll really help you understand what you've been reading about during the week. So be sure to look at the maps every week. Every week as well, I've included video clips from around the world related to the globalization themes you read about for the week. So be sure to look at those videos and let me know if a link is broken or a video is not working, so I can either remove it from the course or replace it with another video. So looking at these videos and maps will really help you with your final presentation and final paper. So do take a look at them because you can cite them for your final presentation and paper too. Also, under every week, it talks about the graded work that's due. Remember, every week you have to do a discussion board post, and these discussion board assignments are pretty involved, as I said before. So you want to set aside a couple of hours. You'll have at least 2 questions to answer every week, and you really want to make your responses thoughtful, because that too shows that you've really thought about the readings for the week, that you understand them. And also in an online course, discussion board posts are really the only way for you to stay engaged with me and communicate with me as the instructor, and also communicate with your classmates. I'll be going in to the discussion board nearly every day, especially towards the end of the week, and I will be joining in the discussion as appropriate, because that takes the place of a face-to-face class meeting and lecture, which I can't give you in an online course. So really take the discussion board seriously in this course. That about sums it up. Every week is set up this way, with the topics for the week, the readings for the week, a reminder about reading presentations, PowerPoints on the chapters, video clips and maps, and the discussion board for the week. And I told you earlier how to manage your time each week to get through every week's tasks and assignments. Starting around week 4, you'll want to go to week 8 to check out what you need to do for the final presentation and final paper. Again, for your final presentation, it can be in any format, but keep in mind that Turnitin does not accept PowerPoint format. I repeat, Turnitin does not accept a PowerPoint format. So you cannot turn in your final presentation in PowerPoint. You have to convert it to a PDF. or you can turn in a Word document with the extension DOC. So again, for your final presentation, any format, just like with your individual reading presentations, any format is in no outlines, but you can write a script or you can do PowerPoint slides, but you must turn in either a document or a PDF to turn it in. Turnitin will not accept PowerPoint documents in PowerPoint format. That doesn't mean you can't do PowerPoint slides. You just have to save your PowerPoint slides as a PDF. Okay? Of course, your final paper will be in doc or PDF, and you can look at those instructions here, and I will talk to you more about that. There are the presentation instructions, there's the final paper instructions. I will talk to you more about that closer to week 8. I may even make another video lecture at that time if I feel it's needed regarding that. I would highly recommend that at some point during this course, between now and week 7, that you set up an appointment to talk to me either over the phone or through Adobe Connect or Skype about your final presentation and final paper. Just 30 minutes or so. That way you can hear my voice, I can hear yours. It's a different way of communicating other than online, and I think it would really help you in getting started on your final presentation or final paper. Again, not required. It's not part of your grade, but I would urge you to do that, to make an appointment with me and meet with me. My office hours are Tuesdays and Thursdays of every week from 1:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. and that's when I'm in my office, but I'm often available at other times as well. And yeah, email me and we'll meet and we'll talk about your final presentation and paper. So I really hope that these online video lectures have, as boring as they may have been, that they've helped you learn what this course is all about, what's involved, and how you can best manage your time and study to succeed in this course. So thank you for taking the time to watch these videos. I will see you online, and I wish you the best. Thank you. Bye.